The modern coin market is a very interesting one, and it's also one that is really punishing some people. If you have this coin and you sold it through an auction house, you would be getting this minus about 35%, and that's less than spot. However, there are some coins out there that just go, hold my beer. $72,000 for a 2-ounce gold coin. It just shows if you've got the right coin right now, despite the crap market for gold and silver collectibles, you're still going to do well. So let's dive in and have a look at some recent auction results and what are the best picks to have right now. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble. Now, a few weeks ago I did a video about the modern coin market and how, in my opinion, it's in a real rut at the moment, a real low. Massive opportunities for buyers to pick up incredible deals on beautiful proof coins from places like the Raw Mint and others at dirt cheap prices. So today I want to go through some recent auction results on heritage to see just how low these prices are going and whether or not it's making me have a good think about the coins A, that I have in my collection, B, how I might buy more of them into the future, because I do feel there's a huge buying opportunity right now for some very interesting collectibles. And also where we might look to sell if that was ever the case for our own collection, or maybe if you're looking at the moment of selling, is it worth sending these coins to auction? We'll see in a moment that there are a lot of coins that are going less than spot price in the return for a seller, and that's of course not a very good thing at all. So with that said, we're going to look at two auction houses, one heritage auctions and the second Coins of the Realm. Neither are sponsoring today's video, they're just two of the auction houses that I tend to look at most in terms of sales performance, where coins are going, how they're doing, and also potentially for selling avenues down the line. Even if you're in the UK, you can sell through heritage auctions. They have a London office where you can go and have coins praised and then consign them to the auctions. It just is a very long-winded process. Coins of the Realm in the UK might very well be the best solution for a UK seller. It's a lot easier, quicker, and they've had some great results selling different bits of silver and gold over the last couple of years. So well worth having a look. And they've got an auction going right now which ends on the 30th of August. So there you go, free plug and shout out for Coins of the Realm. But first up, I just want to show you a few of the recent results. The first though, we're going to jump over to something that's bucking the trend. So there are a lot of issues right now in coins, modern coin collecting and modern coin results. But one that is completely bucking the trend is the Una and the Lion. And you can see here, if we look very closely, we've got something that sold on January the 9th for $66,000, a 2-ounce gold Una and the Lion. However, there was one better, because this coin just says, hold my beer and just watch, because on August the 17th, this month, just last week, one sold for $72,000. Now, it's worth bearing in mind that that does include a 20% buyer's premium. So if we're going to do the quick maths, we go 72,000 divided by 1.2 is $60,000 to the seller. Now, there will be some heritage auction fees. I don't know exactly what those fee structures are, but I would imagine it's probably close to 1.5% on that. So you're looking at probably 59,000, let's call it, maybe a little bit of change for the seller. That's an incredible price for 2 ounces of gold. Issue price for that would have been probably around $6,000, $7,000, something like that. I can't remember the exact price. It's for my eternal shame that I passed on this item. Oh my, I would have loved to have done it. And getting this kind of price in the market that we're in right now, I think really does show that if the coin is good, it's gonna garner a good price. So there are also other coins, that's not the tab I wanted, this is the tab I wanted. There are other coins, modern coins, that are doing okay. This is a PF69, so not even a top graded coin, that went for $4,080. It's a 1-ounce gold coin, it's the completer, it's beautiful, it's incredible. After the buyer's premium and seller's fees, you're probably looking at a touch above the issue price for this coin. So it's doing okay. And if your coin's breaking even right now in this market, in my opinion, it's doing okay. It should be more for these types of coins, and I think it will be more in time. It's just about finding that right time within the market. But cost of living being what it is, and people just not having that easily liquidatable cash, that's a new word I've just made up, but hey, we are going to roll with it. And it's difficult in the market right now. And then that is where we come into coins like this. And even the search results for the Queen's Beasts here. So we've got this one selling for 2,100, this one selling for 1,980. Bear those prices in mind, 2,100, 1,980, when we go and look at a 1 ounce gold proof from the Monarch series. Now again, if we do the reverse maths, 2,160, if we do 2,160 divided by 1.2, there we go, $1,800. Now again, seller's fees to take off from that for heritage auctions, I don't know what they are, I think it'd be about 5% for that. You're looking at a very, very low price for the seller here, below spot price in fact, which begs the question, if you're looking to sell these 1 ounce gold coins from the raw mint, should you even bother going to auction? You're going to lose money. You should send it to a dealer and get spot price. And in fact, we had one of these coins come through my buyer service not that long ago, and I only managed to get about 3% over spot for it. It was not an easy sell at all. So what do we learn from this? There are other coins that I've shown, the Tudor Beast doing similar with 2,100, and this one, $1,980. So again, if we do the reverse maths, that is going to be a staggeringly low price compared with spot. So divided by 1.2, 1,650, let's call it 5% seller's fees. That's $1,567 when spot price is what, $1,800 right now. I need a moment, guys. That is quite bad. It really is. So I guess the lesson here is if you've got these kind of coins, it's worth holding them. It's worth trying to put those to one side. If you wait for spot price to increase, maybe you'll get your money back on them one day. The argument is, of course, that you could have made more money if you'd put that fund or those funds into just bullion grade gold. But gold is gold, and gold will be valuable throughout history. So it's one of those things where you're not going to win them all. If you were lucky enough to have an Una and the Lion, then you're lucky and you're going to have a lot of cash on your hands. If you pick well and you get coins like these Queen's Beast completers, then those holding even right now are worth keeping hold of until they start really going up in price. But if there are coins like these right now, you're kind of in between a rock and a hard place. You really cannot look to sell them right now, certainly through auction houses. It's worth looking at dealers to get these. You know, if you need the funds and sell them, I would recommend not, because you're just going to take a huge hit on them. Massive hit on them, in fact. So then that asks the question in my mind, do I personally bother buying any more of these 1 ounce gold Queen's Beasts directly from the raw mint? I am collecting that series, and I have the first, I think it's 4. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's hard watching these coins go for really low prices, but I'm not selling them right now. I was always going to be looking to collect the entire series of them and not look to flip them along the way. I never thought that they would be great as flippers. I think they will be good as a complete collection, and looking at the market right now, I think I'll be lucky if they break even, but I'm not entirely convinced they even will do that. So from my perspective as a buyer, what does that mean for me? It means that I feel like I'm going to be cancelling my subscription for the 1 ounce gold, certainly. The argument of cancelling the silver versions too is certainly out there, but you know, they're doing not horrendously. Some of them are okay. This one is a good example of, well, I say good example, $114 after the grading fees. This is the thing, grading is expensive. It's like £25-30 minimum to get a PF70. You're going to be adding that to your sales price. It's not great. In fact, if we look at 114, you can get that. You could buy a nice proof version for a better price than buying it from the mint and having it graded. So definitely worth thinking about, but I think from my perspective, I will still be getting some directly from the raw mint, but perhaps not all. Certainly not the golds. I will be skipping the golds coming from the mint, and I will be looking out for them on auctions and upcoming auctions. And so when we look down here, there's just some of the Yales of Beaufort at the moment coming out in the future, open for bidding around the 24th of September. So there's stuff coming up. I'll certainly be keeping an eye on those and maybe even placing a cheeky bid or two on these. Certainly it might be worth thinking about doing if you're a buyer right now. So in terms of buying, I would highly recommend, Heritage Auctions are a good auction house, but you've got to factor in international shipping, import fees for silver, trouble with trouble with courier companies sending out gold coins and having to pay lots of tax on them and things like that, and reclaiming it. It's a right ball ache. But this company, Coins of the Realm, they're based in the UK, really, really great company. They've got an auction currently ending on the 30th of August, which is Wednesday next week. Well worth having a scour through of their listings. They've got a mix of sovereigns and some modern proofs as well, but not a huge amount of modern proofs in this particular auction. It's mostly older bits of gold. So definitely something in there for everybody, and I'd recommend go have a look. It's really early on in the bidding. As you can see, there's lots of red saying place bids. A lot of them have starting bid numbers. It's interesting that I think right now there are a few of these items, and this is not necessarily a slight against Coins of the Realm. It's more that they have to sort of act with their sellers' kind of demands and wishes out there. But there's quite a few that, in my opinion, the starting bid price is well above where I would personally be looking to buy. So I wouldn't even be looking to start to place a bid. But there are some good coins in here. There are some really nice proofs. Some that really caught my eye. It was on page 4. And I swear, this video will wrap up in a moment. If you've been watching to this end, then you're amazing. You're in the Cool Kids Club. In fact, we're going to go back one page because there was a few on the bottom of that page too. There's obviously one gentleman or lady, could be either, selling a beautiful collection of quintuple proof sovereigns. Now, these are all starting bids of 2,200-ish, so 2,250 as we can see here. All of these different years, and in fact I think it looks like it's a date run, but there's a few as 1990, 1985 there. So if one of these is your birth year, if perhaps you're a young spring chicken and one of these is your birth year, it might be worth thinking about picking up. From a bullion perspective, I would be probably looking no more than about £2,000 on a quintuple sovereign right now for a bullion. But these are proofs and they're pretty special. And I do think this starting bid of 2150 for some of these here, that's on the margin for me. Like, I don't think I'd be spending more than like 2,300 on any one of these if it was a particularly special coin. It's a shame they're all 69s. If they were 70s, then yeah, you could maybe get a bit of a better price as a seller. But yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm going to be having a look at these coins on Coins of the Realm auctions in a little bit more detail. But I highly recommend them and having a look at them as well. Here's one that's a bit lower, 2,000. That's definitely worth a little bit of a punt. But anyway, bid at your luxury on both this and Heritage. But I do think it's very interesting to see where the modern coin market is at the moment and how things are going. I'd love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on this subject. Are you a buyer? Are you a seller? Are you one of the unfortunate few sellers out there that have, keep going onto the wrong tab, but have these coins and are getting absolutely hosed by the market right now? It would be great to hear from you, as much as it would pain for you to admit that you are in that rut. But alas, we can only wait for things to improve. And I do think things will improve, but there are certain coins I just don't think will do incredibly well, and the Monarch series in gold is one of them. But that's a topic for another time. And if you'd like to see videos like this in the future, then you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. A huge thank you to my ramblers for listening all the way throughout this video, and we'll see you on the next one. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.